Hey everybody, what is up and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about the Joker Nomad, and we're going to talk about everything there is to know about this amazing knife. So stay tuned because we're going to dive right into it. Alright everybody, we are back, and today we are talking about the Joker Nomad, and this is an amazing knife, and I just can't say enough about Joker knives. They just make great knives, but this is one of their bigger knives, and this is a 5-inch blade, and this is a pretty impressive knife. Let me pull it out of here and show it to you guys. Look at that. That is a beautiful knife. Look how thick that thing is. But you guys see both sides. Very amazing knife. Very well made, awesome sheath. But we're going to dive right into that. You guys can see this. It comes with a fire steel as well. I apologize for the wind. I'm outside filming this, but hopefully you guys can hear me. And it's just an awesome knife. Well, let's dive into the specs first and get those out of the way so I can just talk about the knife after that. So the Joker Nomad is a 5-inch blade, and my little paper's blown away here. It's a 5-inch blade. It's got the N695 steel. It comes with a fire starter. It's got a micarta handle on it. It's a really nice micarta handle, so you guys can see it. Let me take it out of the sheath there, and my little paper keeps blowing up. And this runs about $141.58 with the micarta, for the micarta one with the fire steel. Now they run about $128 if you don't get the fire steel, so it's about a $20 difference if you do or don't get the fire steel. That's entirely up to you, but this is an amazing knife, and it just feels so amazing in the hands. I am blown away by this knife, and the sheath that it comes with is super awesome too. It's a very nice, well-made leather sheath with a very nice fire starter, and the fire starter actually has the same as I almost drop it off there, stick it in there a little better. Almost cut myself doing that too, but it has a nice fire starter with the same micarta handle on it, and it says Joker on it as well, which is super nice. Hopefully you guys can see that. So really nice thing. So if you guys are wondering, this does have a 90-degree spine. You can throw sparks. If you guys saw that, you can throw sparks really easy with this knife. Not a problem with the 90-degree spine. Fire steel works really good. And what I like about what they did is also gave you this little rubber piece, elastic piece that allows you to hook that on there, so it wraps around it, so you're not going to lose your fire steel, which is really nice that they did that. But it's just an amazing knife. I mean, I'm really impressed with it. I haven't done a whole lot with it, but I've been playing around with it a little bit. It just feels really great, and the sheath really is awesome. These sheaths are made really well. There's only one thing I don't like about the sheath, but I want to talk about the insert. They actually have, I don't know if you guys can see that in there, there's actually a hard insert in there, so when you slide this in there, it fits in there really good. Now, it's in there pretty darn good. I think if I shook it hard enough, it'll start to come out. See, it starts slide, but you have to shake it pretty hard, so you're probably not going to lose it. But the one thing I don't like is these snaps, all right? The snaps can come undone, and I'm not a snaps person, okay? Now, the snaps are very durable and stuff, but I don't like snaps, and I wish they would sew these together instead of putting the snaps on it, and that's the one drawback from the sheath that I don't like. And I've seen other reviews where people talk about the snaps coming undone. Now, there's an easy fix for that, and there's two ways you guys can fix that. And let me take this out here. You can either take these snaps out and use the pre-existing holes. You can just cut them out, pop them out, take a pair of pliers, crush them, and take them out. And then you can get what's called Chicago screws, and you can put the Chicago screw in there and re-screw them back on there, and then those Chicago screws won't come undone. And you can put a little Loctite on them, and then they're definitely not coming off. Or you could just put the Chicago screws above it. That's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to get 2 Chicago screws, and I'm going to just punch 2 new holes above it to where it'll still hold my belt. But I'm just going to go above it so I keep the snaps on there as well. And that's how I'm going to remedy that problem. Or you could stitch it. You guys could punch holes and stitch it right there, and you'd be good to go too. It's entirely up to you, but I would definitely do something more than just the snaps. That's my recommendation. But that's just me. Everybody's different. I don't trust snaps enough to not thinking I might not lose that. And I've seen other reviews where people have talked about that. Now, it's got this really nice black micarta handle, and it feels really great in the hand. I mean, just really just a comfortable knife. It's got some good beefiness to it, but it's not too heavy, but it's got that weight and feel. And that 5-inch blade, like, I like a blade this size. Like, I like that between like 4 and 5-inch blade. You know, it's kind of my thing, you know. When it comes to knives, like 3 to 5 inches is what I really like. And this is really just a perfect fit for me. I love it. I am going to make a dangler for this because I like the danglers. So I am going to put a dangler on here after I rectify that. And I will show you guys, I will do another video eventually and show you guys how I fix this situation with the Chicago screw, so you can see that as well. Because I've done it on a few other of my Joker knives that have danglers that have the snaps as well. And I will show you guys that stuff, how I remedy that. But you guys probably want to see what this can do a little bit, so I will show you a little bit of what it can do. And let's talk, before I do that, let's talk about the package it comes in. Joker sends these really nice packages, really nice box. And then this also does come with a lanyard. It's a paracord lanyard which it comes with, and it actually comes with some extra paracord as well in the box, which is really nice. I don't like lanyards on my knives. I feel they get in the way, so I don't use that. Plus, I don't chop with my knife or baton with my knife. Now, yes, you could baton with this. This is plenty thick enough. It's a full tang blade, 100%. You could baton with it all you want to. I don't do that because I don't think that's what knives are for. But that's a whole nother video in itself, and I say that probably in every video that I don't baton with my knives, so you won't see me batoning with it. But you can always go to Gideon's Tactical and you can see him baton with it because he does all that batoning and chopping stuff. And shout out to him. He makes really great videos as well. But that's just not something I do. But let's do a little bit of stuff. I actually was messing with it a little bit, doing some feather sticks. Now, I'm not an expert feather sticker, but it does feather sticks. But I will do some of that on one of these sticks as well so you guys can see it. But we're going to do some trimming first just to show you that this thing will just really, and this is a pretty hard piece of wood, but it'll really just shave something down pretty darn quick. If you're trying to make a point of some sorts, it'll really get it there pretty darn quick. To make a spear or anything of that nature, if you're trying to whittle something down, then you can make a nice quick spear point. So you guys can see, I mean, it didn't take no time to make a spear point. And then if you guys are trying to do feather sticks, maybe I can do a few. I'm not a great feather sticker, I'm just telling you. But we'll do some of that and show you guys that you can do that feather sticking stuff with this knife. We'll get some feather sticks going here for you, just so you can see. And there's some feather sticks for you real quick. Nothing fancy, nothing super pretty, but it does do it really well. And then if you guys are wanting to notch with it, I mean, this knife, I guarantee you will do some nice notches with it. You can easily sit here and roll that in there and then notch out your thing really easy. I mean, that's like almost nothing to create a notch with it if you guys are doing notching. I mean, it just really nice sharp knife. And you guys can see it does a really nice notch, really quick, really easy. I'm sure you can chop with it. I don't chop with a knife, that's why I have axes. So you guys can go watch other people chopping with it, because I'm not going to do that. Making notches like that, or making points or feather sticks, or shaving a piece of wood down like that and trying to get some really light shavings, like I'll show you. You can really just do some fine shaving stuff with this as it's falling everywhere. But you guys can see, like, it'll do little bitty shavings if you need to make that for your tinder. It just really, I mean, you guys can see it does really good fine work as well. This is what I do with knives. I skin boards, I'll do some feather sticking. I'm not a big feather sticker, but I'm trying to get better at it just because it seems to be a thing that you guys like to see. But like for notching and doing things like that, or carving or whittling or anything like that, I mean, that stuff you can really just do a lot with. And I mean, it doesn't take much to start doing stuff like that, or just shave it off like that. I mean, it just really does a great job at doing those tasks. and stuff. So for like a great all-around knife, even if you wanted to call it a survival knife or anything like that, these Joker Nomads are just awesome. And I mean, it's just, you have to feel this to understand it. It also has the hard, the tang goes all the way through, and so it's got the hard end, so you could crack nuts or bang on things if you wanted to with that as well. And just, it's just a great all-around knife. And I can't say enough about Joker and how well they just really knock it out of the park. And for the price, I mean, look at that. That is a gorgeous knife. I mean, I can't help but keep showing you guys that. And the sheath that it comes with, like I said, is an amazing sheath. You know, comes with really good steel and just a great work knife. And this is a knife that you could also do food prep with, which I didn't do with this one. But I will have to do that in another video or something. But you could easily do food prep with it because the grind on it is not that low Scandi grind. It's that upper one. It's almost like a flat grind, but not quite, because it's got that little bit of edge right there. And I don't know what you would call that. I mean, somebody down in the comments, it's more knifey. You tell me what that would be called, because it's kind of like that good in between. I really like this knife. It just feels good. It just feels like a good all-around knife. It's not too big on your side as well when you're carrying it. And to compare it to like a Joker Trampero, which I have, just to show you the difference in size, that's the Trampero, and that is the Nomad. And this one is like a 4-inch blade, if I remember correctly. I can probably look back on my sheet here and tell you what size that blade really is. Let me scroll back here. Yeah, the Trampero is a yeah, just about a 4-inch blade. So that's about a 4-inch blade to that. Not much, a little bit longer in the handle, a little bit in the blade, but just so you can see the difference from a Trampero to the Nomad. So you guys can, it's a little bit thicker as well, so you guys can see it's a little bit thicker steel as well. Just a really great knife. Like, I found this and I was like, man, I love this knife, and this might end up becoming my main carry knife for a lot of stuff, because I just think it's the perfect size as far as knives go. So if you're looking for a really cool just do it all knife, I think the Joker Nomad's the way to go, especially if you're an outdoorsy person. You know, fishermen, hunters, anything like that. You could easily skin animals with that. Do all kinds of things. I do food prep, you name it, you can really do it with that. For those of you that want to do batoning, I know you can do it with that as well. Just a great all-around knife. So I would definitely say, if you haven't checked one of these out, definitely check one of these out. And the sheath, I mean, you can hear this is just a nice, it's a very nice solid sheath that it comes with. It's a very nice setup. And like I said, this one was, let me go back to it again, $141.58 on Amazon. I will leave a link down below, so you guys, I'll link a link down below to Amazon where you can get this knife at. If you guys want to help support the channel, using that link will definitely help support the channel, so please do that for me as well, because that really helps a lot, so I can keep doing videos like this. But yeah, I will put the link down below where you can get this knife on Amazon. Like I said, there's 2 different versions. You can either get one with the fire starter or without. Me personally, I think you should just go ahead and get one with a fire starter. It's always nice to have that, even though I have several that don't. I'm starting to go to that route of making sure I have a fire starter on my knife as well as one that I carry in a pack, just so I got that extra one. And I just think that's a great bonus, and they do just a really great job with it. So yeah, that's about all I got for you guys. Not a whole much else to say. That's the Joker Nomad, and it comes in a couple different handles as well, just so you guys know. I mean, there's wood, there's micarta, I think there's one other handle, but I like the micarta for this. It feels really good, it looks really great, and the Joker Nomad, I don't think you can go wrong with it. So definitely, if I stab it in there, this is oak, by the way, that's why it's so hard to stick in there. But I hope you guys enjoyed that review. You know, check out the link below, click on it, that'll take you to where you can get this knife, and that definitely helps support the channel. And I will see you guys on the next video. Just stay safe out there.